Well, good morning, y'all. Oh, well, this morning I'm asking for a little help here, y'all. For those of you that can, well, all the way around there. Well, let's put it like that. Okay. Uh, for those of you that don't know, I've been applying for disability. Have for about 5 years now. Have been fighting with the Social Security Administration that long. Issues there have been scoliosis, pretty bad, deteriorating scoliosis to the point where making life interesting to walk half the time. Degenerative disc disease, etc. Okay, I started fighting with them back in 2015. Got a lawyer, got a decent lawyer. Went through the normal line of getting rejected, getting denied, whatever you want to call it, all the way to the stage of seeing a judge. We went to what's called the Appeals Council, which is the one above the judge. Went to federal court, got a remand on both of them, where the federal court and the appeals council said the judge was wrong. Went back, saw another judge who turned me down again. So it's gone back to the appeals council again. My attorney found some flaws in the argument of the judge. That is regarded as pending right now. Has been for over a year. Social Security is running that long. And of course, the global sickness is not helping it. So, my support system, as it were, during all this was my wife, my mom, and there toward the end, my last girlfriend. Lost my wife in January 19, respiratory failure. She was having problems starting in the summer of 2018 to the point where she couldn't go from the bedroom to the bathroom. And she's gasping for air. By the time she sought medical attention for it, got into the hospital, etc., it was too late. There was nothing they could do for her, or very little they could do for her. And in January of 19, I had to make the decision to withdraw life support. She had a trach in her throat, etc. Decision had to be made to remove the trach, and 12 hours later, she was gone. Then, about that time, too, my mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. She had been battling bipolar disorder since the 50s. She, after having my oldest sister, developed postpartum. And after that, rather than the postpartum eventually alleviating, it blew up into full-blown bipolar disorder. Anyway, short story on that. Mother finally gained her wings in February of 20. Last girlfriend I'd known for years and years and years, since she was married to her ex and they subsequently divorced, etc. And through the magic of the internet, we reconnected and all this kind of mess. And 2015, she was diagnosed with acute lymphatic lymphoma, lymphoma, however you want to call it, form of leukemia. She beat it back into remission with the help of the doctors in St. Louis. 3 or 4 times she got it back into remission. The last time she was in the hospital, though, over in St. Louis, July of 20, her doctor over there told her it had mutated into a very strong variant and that there was nothing they could do for her. It was going to kill her, and it did. July 26th will be a year she's been gone now. So my support system is essentially gone. The rest of my family, don't ask. We don't get along. My dad has one sister. My dad died in '96, had a heart attack. July '96, my dad had a heart attack. It was fatal. Uh, Me and my dad were not particularly close anyway. So, his death bothers me more now than it did when it happened. But that is what it is. His one and only sister, me and her have not gotten along since the moment I cleared the birth canal, man. I was the oldest grandchild on that side, and she resented that fact from the moment I was born. Likes to bring up my sins to me all the time, both real and imagined, whether I committed them or not. The last time I saw her was the summer of 2020. She was accusing me of things I didn't do, and we had a nice little knockdown drag out over that. On my mother's side, she had 4 brothers, 3 of whom are no longer with us. The youngest one lives in Northern California, and in so many words, back in about 2015, told my mother in so many words, don't call me again. So, there's the family situation. So with me not working and what have you, I'm scratching by barely. A little bit here and there, but it's been a bumpy road. So I started the YouTube channel. It starts just out of kicks and grins, and because people wanted to see it, some of the amateur radio stuff, which I thought was cool. But then, money started tightening up, and I saw where I could make a little cash on this. I'm like, all right, I get the 1,000 subs and the 4,000 hours, I can get monetized and then pocket a little cash on the side. Okay. Well, right now I could sure use it. With me having left Michigan, I'm pouring a lot more in fuel in the van, trying to keep me in a little cinder cool. Illinois summers get real warm and very humid. Been running the engine a lot just to keep the AC on to try to keep us cool. And I worry more about her than I do myself. So, pulled out of Michigan. I went to Michigan when the last girlfriend died. I couldn't afford to stay where I was at. Had the people up there, and they had an extra room. They told me, come on. So I went, but time finally came for me to get out of there. Many of you have heard me talk about that. That was sort of a toxic environment, and it was time for me to get back down here to Illinois, where I feel like I belong a little more. So, long stories on that. Those of you though that have paid attention to some of my early videos have a little more detail what's going on with that. But I'm still a ways off from monetization. I need 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours for YouTube to monetize. I'm at 148 subs and 665 watch hours at last check. So I've still got a little ways to go. Consequently, with money strapping and everything, the latest videos, the amateur radio stuff I put up, I put comments in there, to support the channel and put in the Cash App. That's why I've done that. So, those of you that want to support the channel, again, I've got the Cash App. If there's other ways you want to do that, I don't do PayPal. I sold some stuff on eBay a while back, and they were trying to bill me twice. PayPal and eBay are basically the same entity. eBay was trying to bill me, and PayPal was trying to bill me, and I told them, no, both of you ain't going to do it. You're in the same group. We ain't having that. So they locked up my account. But I do Cash App. Those of you that can't, I understand. I got it. Money's tight. Just keep me in your prayers, and we can hope for divine providence. So, uh, do not have enough fuel this month, despite my best efforts. Rented a motel room a couple of times this month because the Illinois humidity is just tearing me up. A couple of times it's made me sick to the point of throwing up and that. And I thought it best to get in out of the weather for a little while and recuperate and go at it again. So there we go. All right, y'all. I'm gonna shut this down and get this posted and try to get this uploaded, and hopefully can get one more uploaded before checkout time. So with that, love y'all. We'll catch up with you later. Jimbo out.